After the recent Modi-Trump meeting, it looks like India is becoming a vassal of the US. Is this true? Okay, how do we define a vassal? A vassal is a nation that, see, examples of vassals. All the EU nations are vassals of the US. All the NATO nations are vassals of the US. How have the EU nations been made vassals of the US? They have been deprived of their sovereignty. They don't control their borders, they don't control their currency, they don't control their economy, they don't control their laws. It's all controlled from Brussels. And Brussels is controlled by the US in a variety of ways. And then there are the NATO nations, which have again pooled sovereignty, and their armed forces are under a central command, and the central command is controlled by the US. So that's how you deprive a nation of sovereignty and make it your vassal. Or you can have physical occupation like Japan, South Korea, etc., and so on. Now, India is not in any of those situations. Yes, the US is powerful, super powerful, and if they demand something, we have to do it. But it doesn't mean we are vassals. It means that we are in a weaker position, which we are. We are not in the same league as the US. Forget about the US. We're not in the same league as Russia or China. But we need the US on our side because of the complicated world we live in, especially the Chinese threat. But we can counterbalance the US with China and Russia, especially Russia. So it's complicated. And when you have these options at your disposal, you're not a vassal. When you don't have the presence of US military bases and troops on your soil, you're not a vassal. When the US doesn't control your economy or your borders or your currency or your laws, you're not a vassal. So, yeah, we are definitely in a weaker position, and the US can certainly arm twist us if they want to. But they also don't want to do it beyond a limit, because then they will push us into the arms of Russia or China. So it's a delicate game that we are playing, but we are by no means a vassal. And even if we become a vassal, well, it'll be great for the citizens of India, because a lot of the world will open up to you all. So do not despair.